Hi, hi Goosey. Now this is the time of the evening that rabbits kind of start becoming more active again. There, Goosey. I have a present for you, Goosey. Looky, right here. Right there it is. Yeah.
Hi, Bud.
Yeah.
Oh, you tried it, Bud.
You like that? That's called broccoli. That's the first time you ever had that. The mother rabbits really need to have some good nutrition. And you can't get nutrition from pellets the way you can from real food. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find any real food, so I had to go to the store and buy it. Alright. We're having fun, ain't we? Well, who's over here looking? Hey, what's that I smell? Aww. Close this up and go give Big Mother a treat. Wonderful, wonderful murder rabbit. Murder rabbits. Yeah. Murder rabbits. Want some of that? Want some of that? You're the only one I got 2 of these for. Because you're nursing. Don't be scared. Because you're nursing and I know you need your iron and your calcium. Yeah, and there you have it. Now what is you nursing? Would it be tiny little babies? Would it be tiny little baby bunnies? Yeah, 7 little baby bunnies. Isn't that nice? Oh boy. Oh boy, you're lucky I was mad yesterday. Oh, I was terrible mad. Not at you, but I thought about coming back here and butchering you just to make myself feel better. Except for I know you gotta feed your babies. And it sure is easier for you to do it than it is for me to do it. You're not a terrible person. I need to get some Christianity in me. Yep. So there you go. How about that? How about that, folks?
She definitely seems more calm.
Oh yeah, she's calmed down a lot. I think she's pretty much realized they're not in danger. We're not going to hurt them. Yeah. She even let me pet her for the last 2 days. Yeah. Still going to eat you. Yeah, well, I'm just being honest. I'll probably eat all of you. Somebody wants a baby bunny, you better say so now, because time's running up for these poor creatures. Yeah. Look at them though, they're eating that broccoli. Don't you think that broccoli wants to live? Sure it does. Everything alive wants to live. Yeah. It scoops the ice cream into the bowl. Oh boy, do I got a story for you. So anyway, got up this morning and started back to work on the pump situation. There's the old pump sitting there in the corner. There's the new pump. And what I wanted to do to check and make damn sure that it was a problem with the well, I'll have to take you down to my little basement. If you saw the blue line coming in, that's right here. Comes in through the wall. I have a pressure gauge here, and of course a union. We're going to have a union there so you can tear it apart. This is old plumbing. That's old plumbing. Anyways, this is the new stuff that John and I put in. This morning, I put this piece in. And all it is, well, see what this does. This comes in, and it goes down to here, and it fills this pressure tank. It's a bladder tank. Some people call it a pressure tank. Yeah, which is pretty much brand new. and it has been calibrated and everything. I've done that. It's set for actually about 33 pounds. That T coming out, this is your basically your checkpoint. Yeah, there's water in the lines right now, and you know, on this side of the T, that goes up and goes out to the plumbing and the rest of the house. Now over here, this is tracing it back. This is where it comes in a wall. So I wanted to make sure, I wanted to, like a brake line, bleed it. I wanted to make sure there's no air in that line. Nothing that could be airlocking me or trapping me or giving me hassles. Because I thought, I don't want to do any big job until I make for darn sure that some small little thing isn't what I need to do. So, what I did was, that's when I put, this morning, I cut this and put this T in here. And I ran it up, and I put this quarter turn valve in. And then I stuck another piece of pipe going up. Right here, top of this board is ground level. Alright, so I ran it clear up here, so I am right at ground level, because I know this is actually all glued together. So that way I know that this line is higher than anything out there, because everything out there is underground. This is at ground level. So then what I did was I opened this valve. I opened the air relief valve on the pump, and I had told Keaton, start filling this thing, and it didn't. It held perfectly fine, and it should, because there's actually 2 check valves on this well. Maybe that's part of the problem, I don't know, but I have a foot valve and a check valve at the top. I don't know, maybe that's a problem. I didn't think it would be. Anyway, so then we filled this line up, and I filled it mostly from my side. I used between the pump and the well pipe and this line coming back, I used 2 gallons of water to fill it. He used a half a gallon on his side here. He doesn't have any control how fast it goes in though. So, well, I do. I can hold it way up high and put it in, and it'll run in better. And then we played around with it, and tried to make sure there's no air pockets. As far as I could tell, there wasn't. So then I turned the pump on from down here and watched the pressure gauge. The pressure gauge shot up to about 21 pounds and then started falling down pretty quick, almost as fast as it came up. And it went down to about 2, maybe 3 pounds and stayed there. Now that's the only shot I took at it, but I think that the way I primed it, I don't think we should have to try to prime it again. I think it should be primed. And you know, I mean, maybe when John gets here, we'll try it one more time. But as far as I can tell, I think when it did that and it wouldn't run, I opened this valve, and out here air came out of this, what do you call it, funnel, and there's water splashing out, and of course the water was as white as freaking milk, and that normally means we're sucking air. We're not pushing air, we're sucking air. So that would mean that my well has gone dry. Now I know that well, when my dad dug wells, they didn't go dry. They might plug up from sand and dirt, but they did not go dry, because we basically have a running underground river underneath us. But I don't know how far down it is. I know it was at 13 feet, but how much further do I have to go? I think we went 10 feet further, so we're at 23 feet. Did we go too far? I don't know. But John and 2 of my subscribers said, hey, you need a deeper well. And it looks like all 3 of those guys might just be right. Now, my buddy Chuck, he thinks I ought to put in a casing type well with a submersible pump. which, I mean, that is awesome if you can do it. But it's a lot more work, and it's quite a bit more money. And we've never done that here. Actually, my dad did it one time, and I don't know why he did, but he abandoned that well and went back with the old pounded-in wells like John and I put in. I think he just didn't like the place it was in. But anyway, I don't know. I can all I can do is update you on what we decide to do next. I can tell you right now. To me, it looks like we're sucking air out of the well. I don't think there's anything leaking. I'm pretty darn sure there's nothing leaking. We're holding water. We seem to be holding the prime water and everything. And yeah. So, anyways, let's move on. I put Butch out here just for fun last night. He hops around in here and does these hopping turns. I think it's a happy thing. I think he's happy. And now he's hiding from me a lot. But I think that's a good sign too. I think that's a good sign. I think that means he's content in there. I think if he wasn't content, he'd come up to me and like want me to get him back in his hutch, because we had him out here once before for maybe an hour, and I put him back in his hutch. Actually, John did. And ever since then, when I come out to feed him, he comes out to the edge of the hutch and almost looks like he's trying to kind of lurch forward a little bit, like, come on, pick me up. Like he wants to come back out here. And I'm like, okay, you know, right now I don't have I was going to let the bunny rabbits, the little rabbits, run in there till they grew up a little. And that, but I thought, you know what? It's going to be a while. Let Butch have fun. That's what I'm doing. Now here's the big story. This is the crazy part. Okay. Last night. Remember, I don't know if you remember this. I was talking about the weeds. I need to weed these stinking weeds out of the garden. They're growing like crazy. But last night, I fall asleep, and I had this strange audible dream. It's this woman's voice, and she says, "Eat the weeds. Eat the weeds. Eat the weeds." I'm like, I'm listening. What? And then she says, "Take the medicine I have provided you." And I'm like, where is that? It's like a dream, you know. And then I'm like, where's that voice coming from? In my dream, and I look over, and over my left shoulder, there was a golden Buddha god, Tara. It's Tara. Tara means earth, like terracotta, terraform, you know. And then she had a bunch of leaves and showed them to me, and I recognized them. They were the leaves that I was complaining about. And so I'm like, that's crazy. You know, my mind is trying to poison my body, you know, eating these poisonous frickin' plants, you know. So I thought, what the heck? I got on a site where you take a picture of a plant that tells you what it is. And then I got on the internet and I checked like 3 different places for what it all is, and it's this stuff here, and right here. It's like a creeping plant, and all the sites on the internet said that it was good to eat, and it has more omega-3 fatty acids than even fish oil has. And it also said that some people feed it to chickens because it makes the eggs naturally less fatty. So anyways, I'm taking this stuff in the house right now. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to put a little vinaigrette on it, and I'm going to try it. Why not? I'll let you know how that goes. Thank you. Thank you, Tara. kind of a very slightly peppery flavor. Let me look it up and tell you what it is. Poison ivy. Okay. It's unusually high in omega-3 fatty acids. Contains vitamins A and C as well as calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants. It also contains high amounts of oxalates. That's the stuff that's in spinach. Right. It tastes way better than spinach, I'll be honest about that. But it shouldn't be consumed excessively by people who are prone to get kidney stones. And that's probably because of all the calcium that's in it. They believe that it first came from Africa. It was cultivated as food and medicine. But now it's several different species and all over the frickin' planet. I'm not a salad person, but if I was going to have to eat salad, I think I'd take iceberg lettuce and I'd take this and I'd put them together. And that'd be pretty good. Yeah. You might want to try that. Purslane. If I live and I'm putting videos up next week, go ahead and run out to find them. The best way to grow them is to till your soil, basically disturb your soil, and then ask Tara to help you to be healthy, and they'll come up. Eat the weeds. Eat